Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the H&K USP Compact. Guy on my team bought one, and we're going to be doing an in-depth unboxing and review, showing you what it looks like, parts, any other information you might need. So, you get this awesome box, big H&K logo, got KWA, no compromise. On one side, it's got a picture of your pistol, some other info. It runs on green gas. It says velocity 300 FPS, blowback 22 rounds, and it's a replica. Got a bunch of warning stickers back here. Alright, let's open it up. Alright, so first thing you're going to get is attached to your pistol, you're going to get a KWA product tag, I guess. It just says, yes, this is made by KWA. Next, you get, this one came with two manuals. One has a bunch of different languages, and one is, I believe, just English and Spanish. Now this one has a bunch of different languages too. They're basically just how to adjust your hop up, how to work and function, all the different things on the gun. Then you will get a bag, little bag looking like that, full of parts, 3 parts. Number 1, you will get your hop-up adjustment key. This will go in the breech of your gun. I'll show you how to use this in a minute. Then you will get your lock-up key. This key locks up the gun so it cannot be fired at all. You have to unlock it with this to then fire it. You get a spare base plate for your magazine without the finger shelf. This is just to make the grip more low profile, I guess. Then you will get the KWA USP Compact and one 22 round magazine. Now if you were wondering what made this a compact model, I'm going to show you how similar this is to the full-size USP. Now this is my personal CO2 non-blowback USP. It is 1-to-1, and I'll show you. The slide size is slightly different. It's about an inch shorter. Alright. The grips are just slightly different. The compact is just slightly shorter. If you were to install that other grip plate, I'm sure it would make it just that little bit smaller as well. Major difference in the real steel world, this fires a 45 auto, while this one fires the 9mm. Alright, so we're going to do an external review of this gun. We're going to go over the parts that are metal and the parts that aren't. So, looking at this gun, the slide is metal, outer barrel is plastic, has a painted orange tip, the spring guide is metal, the lower receiver is plastic, the selector switch is metal, the slide release is metal, trigger is metal, and the magazine release is metal. Now on the magazine itself, you have the plastic feed lips, you have the metal body, and you have the plastic base plate. Some cool features about this: the magazine follower will actually lock all the way down when you do it. When you pull it down, it locks, and there's actually a button you'll press, and it'll release back up. So, very nice. This is where you will take your green gas, and you will place it in this hole right here. And that's how you fill it up. Alright, so, you have your safety right here. That's safe. That's fire. And then if you were to push down on it, watch the hammer. It decocks the gun, so it's a more safe state. Alright, also comes with these high white dot sights. Hope you can see that. As for trademarks, alright, the gun is covered in trademarks. You have your HK USP trademark right here. You have your serial number, it looks like. Then you have HK USP Compact 9mm by 19. Alright, this is just painted on, so eventually this will probably wear off. On the other side, we have a big block of text. Also a cool thing, if you can see that red right there, this is made to look like the real steel. It has a loaded indicator. When there's a round in the chamber, that pops out a little bit. And just by looking at it, you can see there's a little bit of red. So that's how you know there's a round in the chamber. It's non-functioning on this one, it just kind of stays where it is, but it's a cool feature that they threw in. Now, as far as I am aware, the safety is able to be flipped over here. You can put it on the other side. I do not know how, but I know you can. Alright. There's a very textured grip down here. Got nice rough texturing on the back and the front. Also, you have another warning on the bottom of the trigger guard right there. I assume this is another individualized serial number. It has another Heckler & Koch. It has guarantee. Alright, then on the magazine, oh, almost forgot, on the outside of the barrel, you have some nice trademarks right there. They read H&K 9mm by 19. Then you have another serial number. Alright, so on the magazine you even have trademarks. On the bottom you have H&K. On the side you have manufactured in Taiwan, ID 9x19C, and a US lot number. Alright, it's a very good quality mag. It's painted. The paint seems to be rubbing off a little bit from use. Tends to be pretty normal. It's got a very crisp blowback action. Here, let me set it up so you can actually see it, hear it. Its magazine is empty. Chamber visually checked, nothing in it, so we can dry fire it. Alright, so decock it and make it safe. Alright, so this gun shoots at about 270 to 280 FPS in about 60-degree weather. It's got very good accuracy. This 2GX, or not 2GX, the NS2 hop-up is very, very good. The way to adjust your hop-up is actually take that tool I showed you before, put it inside, and it'll kind of lock down against the other teeth, and then you can adjust it just like this. There we go. But be very careful because the hop-up unit is plastic and this tool is metal. People have had complaints of them stripping out. Alright, now, I wanted to show you also what this key is for right here. Now, if you look right here in the back, you should be able to see a little piece in there. And if you turn that 90 degrees, you should make it. Yep. You can no longer pull the trigger in any way. It pulls, but it will not fire. So that's good. That's to say, if you were if you had kids or something. Now I'm going to show you how to disassemble the gun, clean and lubricate it, and where it should be probably lubricated. Alright, so very easy. You just line up. There's a square cut out of the slide. You line up the square on the slide release right there. And then you just give it a nice tug forward, slides right off. Now we're going to go over the internal parts and let's see. Alright, so first up we have your all metal spring guide. This is your recoil spring. You can short stroke this gun. Be aware it might affect your ability to get the slide on and off. But if you could short stroke it just a little bit, add a little buffer right here on the front, you can make the cyclic rate just a little bit quicker. Now we're going to pull out the barrel and pop-up right here. This is the outer barrel. This is all plastic with a painted orange tip. It looks like the inner barrel actually ends right in line with the orange paint. So once your warranty runs out, if you wanted to, you could cut it off right there where the orange paint stopped. And it would also make it flush with the outside of the gun if you cut it right at the orange tip. Alright, then to release the hop up and barrel, you simply pull back a little bit, flip up this arm, and you draw it out. You can adjust the hop up like this, you can change your bucking, anything like that. Hop up is plastic, but barrel is a nice chromed metal. I do not know the bore of this barrel, but I'd always say, since the FPS is so low, definitely go with a tight bore. It'll up your FPS and your accuracy just that little bit you might need. Then to reassemble, place the barrel back in. Place the ball bearing spring guide in. I mean, not ball bearing spring guide, excuse me. The recoil spring guide. Now back here you can see the housing for the air nozzle. This is all metal. Then you have your air nozzle, which is plastic. Then we get into the lower. The lower is mostly plastic. It is good to see that the all the trigger and hammer mechanisms are metal. They seem to be good metal too, nothing pop metal. I haven't seen anything yet that looks cheap or like it'll break instantly. Now when we received this gun, it had very thick grease on the rails. It was causing the gun not to want to cycle correctly. So I'd advise just a little bit of silicone oil on these rails right here, just to make it slide just that little bit better. Wipe it down, get all the previous grease off, some thick stuff, and then to put it on, just line it back up a little bit. And install your slide catch. Alright. Overall, this gun is a very good quality. It has wonderful metal externals with good quality polymer as well. So you don't need to feel scared about dropping this. If you do, you may ding it up, scratch it, but I doubt that you will seriously harm it. The only thing I could think of is if you dropped it on the barrel, might crack the outer barrel. That piece seems pretty kind of flimsy and lightweight. So I'd upgrade to a metal outer barrel. That's just me. This gun has a wide variance of FPS. I typically don't run green gas. I like CO2 for its reliability. But this is still a very good gun, and on my scale of realism, I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. If you have the $120 to $130 to buy this, definitely go do so.